back in. Actually, just give me a sec. I'm just going to turn on the pass-through so I can hear myself. Alrighty, back in. Actually, just give me a sec. I'm just going to turn that off. I do sound louder, I think, which is good. Okay, so that's done. Just give me a sec. Channel. Oh. Odyssey's being a lot faster now. Some days it's really slow. Oh, stop that. There we go. How about the chat and YouTube, which nobody watches. I think I had 60 one day. Some days it's really slow. Pop out. Okay. Why is OBS? Interesting. Okay, give me a sec. There we go. Yeah, this window name changed or something. So that's, yeah, okay. I think we're good now though, so I'm going to minimize that. Okay, just give me a sec. Fixing the chats. Just laying them out nice. Okay. So no, I said I was going to play something else, but nothing was floating my boat. So I thought, you know, I'm still working this one down. It's weird hearing myself talk. Just give me a sec. I'm going to shut that off. I think we're doing okay for the sound now anyway, so. Okay, back at it. Yeah, I thought I'll just keep at it. What the hell? Get through this. I was going to play Ultima Underworld, but it's you got to do, well, keep track of some stuff on paper. I'm going to sort of cheat a little bit with that one. I want to have a window open on the side that shows the different levels and where things are and stuff, because I just want an easy go through it. But yeah, if I'm alt-tabbed all the time, alt-tabbing, you guys won't be able to hear me, or the game might do strange things. I don't know, I'll probably still do it sometime, but yeah. 3 short logs, really? Ugh. Well, I'm not making 3 trips with this thing. 1 long log. Where's the second house? Okay, so that'd be long, and the shorts would be over there. And they want me to go there, so yeah, so I can make 3 trips back and forth here from the right side there to that second house with the little guy. Or I bring down another vehicle. Ugh, except I have to go even further out because that might almost take as long. I gotta go out to a map that's further away to go to a store where I can buy a trailer. Ouch. Foot's cramping. Hello, computer. So there's no trailer store here. I have a garage, no trailer store. So that's there. I think there's one here, yeah, up there. And the one on the other map was like you have to go down like this, it's kind of like down here. Which is a pain in the ass. So this one's fairly easy to get to. But we're far away from here. So Pipeline Bay, where do we come in? Up there. It's paved down this far, and then I gotta drive around down to there. Actually, it's not that bad. But it will be an extra trailer to bring back. I don't know, making 3 trips is kind of annoying, and I might need, you know what, let's just do it. I might end up needing more. short logs for some other dumbass fucking thing. So let's. This is not the one I was looking at. Dumbass. Was it this one? No, it was Flatland. To Orvo Hills. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. Okay. So let's grab a truck. Something that can put small logs on the back. Actually, I'm just debating. I could bounce that little green thing back here and use it and attach a small trailer to it as well that has logs, and that'll take, but that'll only give me 2. Is there anything that gives me, well, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I can tow 2 trailers. It'll be a bit of a gamble because those things are really tippy, and towing it with a winch could be a problem. So I need something that can take, he won't have smalls. Would he have a small? He might. Let's check it out. He's got lots of stuff. Short logging frame, awesome. Okay. And he's a good one. He'll be faster than that green thing. So we'll take that. We're going to go buy 2 trailers. We'll attach one, I hope. I think we can attach a trailer to that. Sometimes if it overhangs too much, so you can see the little trailer hitch down below there, little oval looking thing. It might be too far underneath this. It may not let me attach a trailer there, but we'll see. Because yeah, this truck's way faster than that little green, whatever the hell it's called. I can never remember. Damage the wheels. No? And yes, I do hate mosquitoes. I went out to mow the lawn. I haven't mowed it since last week, and they are as bad as they've ever been. Unbelievable. Like, I'm afraid to breathe. There are that many. I'm gonna suck. I think I did eat one. Ugh, disgusting. I hate those fucking insects. I really fucking hate them. I got my bug suit on and stuff, but I don't like covering my head. It's all mesh, but for some reason it seems to hold in the heat. I was just a big ball of sweat by the time I was done. I did not go the right way. I was thinking I was over here. I hate when that happens. So I'm just thinking, did I go the wrong way? And yes, I did. Yeesh. Really puts out the smoke. By the way, if you see a diesel rolling coal, as they call it, it's probably been modified to do that. It's actually very inefficient when you see that happening. It's not making good use of the fuel. It needs tune-up. They're losing power when they're doing that. That's power going out the exhaust pipe that they could be using. After I got my car tuned up, when I floor it, it smokes a bit, but it's not rolling coal. Not even close. It's funny too, the guy I had doing the tune, Malone Tuning, I believe is the name of the company. It's been a couple of years now. He was in BC. I think he might have moved to California. But yeah, I had to take logs with my, I bought it's called VCDS from Rostec. Excellent tool if you own a VW, Audi, or Porsche. I highly recommend it if you want to do work on your own vehicles. Or even just know what the hell's going on with them. It's a really great, but yeah, I took some logs with that, and okay, we want a short. So they have one that looks like this. Where is it? There's that one. And there should be, that's for medium. Logging semi-trailer. See, it doesn't tell you what kind of logs it takes. I hate that. Is there a way to get more information? Like, can I take, well, I couldn't take this anyway because I have this thing on the back, but wait a minute. Can I take installed add-ons or trailers block the trailer attachment? There you go. That's what I was afraid of. So I can't. It won't let me. Won't let me. Boo. Fuck, that blows. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, what else do we got? I need something a little longer. Won't be those guys. Won't be him. Pacific. Nope. Caterpillar. Nope. No. He might. Yeah, that's a lot closer there. The back. Okay. Yeah, this one's not going to have a problem. But yeah, so I adjusted the microphone settings so I'll be a little bit louder because yes, I have been kind of on the low side. Hoping the game is loud enough. It's just I play a lot of different games, and kind of have to, yeah, it's a pain in the ass to have to tweak everything every time. I am still kind of interested in doing that one old game. One that I'm kind of curious to get back into is X4. Almost did it again. I am very late stage in that game. I have the same save game I started years ago. It takes a long time to get through that game. I'm still not done. There's they have these like super uber mega missions where you have this, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. You need a shitload of resources to like basically terraform these planets, and oh, that's nice. And it takes a ton of time to set all that shit up. My main base has a ton of manufacturing. You basically can add factories onto your base, all kinds, and some of them create products that other ones use and stuff like that. And then you have I have ships coming in with all kinds of different supplies to, like the base supplies that everything kind of based on, and energy. And actually, energy I don't bring in. I make my own. I've got tons of solar panels and. Let's see. That's an interesting looking one. That one's new. Okay, so it's not giving me the weird message anymore. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, this is why trailer stores are fucking fantastic. So, repair. Wait. Repair. Change to that. There we go. And then I can sell it for the same amount I bought it for. I can even, let's see here, buy a fuel truck, let's refuel, and then, oops, sell it. It's a bit of a cheat, but whatever. Okay, did they have... This one here, I really want to know what kind of logs does this take? I mean, I can't use it with this anyway, but I'm really curious. Okay, so I'm going to be stuck with the little guy. I thought there was a... So that's 2 right there. I can take short logs on the back of this thing and short logs on the trailer. And... oh, he's got stupid little fucking things that hang down the front. That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a big problem. Fuck, 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 fuck. Let's see, the other thing I can do is like this. I could tow another vehicle. I like that idea. Because not only are you towing, not only do you have the other set of small logs, or short logs I guess, you'll also have another vehicle with you that can help you get out of sticky situations if you need it, or give you its fuel if you need that. Okay, I just need to figure this out. So I can either bring a vehicle from the garage here that's set up for small logs and just tow it, or I can use... where's that little fucker? Right there. I can use him. Our Matsu Forester? Alright. So let's see. I'll be coming down from the reactive zone. Probably down here. Across here and down here to get the logs. So... actually, do I need to tow it? I could just do one run. Let's bring him out anyway. We'll bring him out to the road, then I'll decide. Right or left? I think it's right, yes. Nope, left. We're gonna go left. Yeah, because when I come there, I'm gonna go that way. I could come down this way too, but... alright. Yeah, this guy's damn slow. It's a neat little machine, but I don't know. Let's see, this one you actually find on one of the maps. I couldn't tell you which one it was, but you find this one in the environment and you can own it. So I don't know if you have to do a mission to get it, or if you just stumble across it somewhere and you just need to, well then you just get it. Sometimes you need to fix them up first. Okay, where are we? This is the spot. We'll be coming right through here, so we can grab them when we get here, if I want to do that. Bum, 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 bum. It was here, wasn't it? Or was it, it wasn't here, was it? Was it Flatland? Yes, it was. Ah, that changes things. Because we're coming from Flatland to Orvo, which means we are going to be over here. And I'll probably be coming that way. Alright. Alright, whatever. Maybe we'll just do one load with this guy by himself. It feels like Sunday because I had yesterday off, so. So, there's a team lead on my team. He's off this week on vacation, and he left. There's me and another guy. They're kind of next in line, man, sort of thing. And so he gave it to the other guy. Said, "You're in charge this week." And then after work on Thursday, he sent me a thing, and this other guy said, I'm taking tomorrow off, so you can be the dude." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm already off on Friday." So I guess the guys could just take care of shit themselves. They don't need us babysitting. Should be okay. And then the manager's really good. He's got a really good head on his shoulders, very technical. So if anything really needs a higher up decision, they'll just go to him anyway. So. But that was kind of funny. I saw it on Friday there. Sometime during the day, I turned on my phone because I always turn my work phone off. Well, actually, no, it was on. That's right, because I'm on call. That's right. But, so I just leave it plugged in here and charged, but I wasn't looking at it. But yeah, I decided I was going outside, took the phone with me, and I noticed he'd sent me this chat, and I looked at it, I was like, oh. That's funny. I'm already off, dude. I work what they call a compressed day or earned day off. You work extra hours every day, and then every 2 weeks you get an extra day off. So every pay week, I think I need to go left here. And I do. Yeah, it's a short one. So every pay week, which is every 2 weeks, I get the Friday off. It's weird how it works, though. I get paid. It's a weird system, and I was looking to change it to get rid of the compressed day thing, and I'd actually get more per hour if I did that, which is hard to explain. No, sorry. I get less per hour, that's right, but I work more hours. So I end up making more at the end of the day, kind of thing. But yeah, they're going to be bringing in some changes, and my boss's boss wasn't sure that they would approve it. He's pretty sure they're not going to. He's going to float it up the line anyway, but pretty sure I won't get that because I want to get rid of my mortgage quicker than later. And we're closing in on the end, but I got another couple of years left on it. But some extra cash would be nice, so, you know, I'll work the extra hours, whatever. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. So, yeah, so I'm still getting, like we got yesterday off, so I'm not going to complain about that. I did a lot of shit on Friday. I had to drive around, bought a bunch of new tools for my car. Or Carza. There's a front wheel hub bearing puller installer deal. I bought that. Harbor Freight has a nice one, but it's $2,000 for the tools. So I went to Princess Auto instead, and theirs was like $200. And I figured, well, you know, even if I break this tool, I could buy 10 of them for the cost of one of those Harbor Freight ones. So I'm still ahead of the game, even if I have to buy another tool. So yeah, and I mean, it's something I might need to do every 10 years or so, maybe. So whatever. So I need it. I got it, and I think it's called a dial indicator. And what else did I get? I'm sure we got something else. But they're all things I'm going to need right away, so for some work I'm going to be doing. And other than my time that I'm going to have to spend doing this, I'm going to be saving a boatload of cash over having somebody else do it. And I'll know that it was done right and really good. Like okay, so for instance, when I did my brakes, I changed not just the pads, but I did the calipers, the rotors, the dust shield, and in the rear tires I did there's called a stub axle and the hubs. So I did all that. But yeah, with the shit they put on the roads, rusting everything to shit, and the fact that I don't put my rust preventative oil on there, I don't spray that in those areas because you don't want oil on your rotors or your pads. Super bad for when you want to brake. So, so those areas got a little rusty. And after removing the bolts, which was a huge headache, some of the holes were a little tight for the new bolts and stuff going in, because the thread holes had some, corrosion on them as well, and dirt and whatever. But I have a die and tap set that I bought a while back, and I had the exact tap I needed, and I used that on a couple of different sized holes, bolt holes there, to just to clean them out, to get the shit out, and so that now you can screw the bolts in just like real easy, just zoop to get in and out. No resistance. They're tight. I mean, they should be, but it's not bad. Yeah, let's just go with this one. Actually, where are we going? So yeah, we'll come back down here. Up here. Now I'm wondering if it almost would be faster just to, oops, not there. On second thought, that works too. To just use this little guy and make 3 trips, but nah. We'll get the other guy set up, we'll bring him. Because you want those bolt holes nice and clean, because the bolts need to be tightened to a certain torque spec. And if you have, if there's oil in the holes or grease, that's bad. It'll make it so it's easier to put in than the engineers who decided those specs, who created those specs, had accounted for. So that's not good. You'll over torque your bolts, and you could wreck a bolt, or even worse, the threads in the bolt hole could get stripped, and that's a nightmare. So you don't want grease or oil in those holes. And on the other side of things, you don't want rust and stuff. It's not as bad as the grease and oil, but again, you may not be torquing as much or as far, or it throws things off. So it's good to have them all cleaned up. So yeah, I cleaned the shit out of those. And so that's something I know they wouldn't do if I brought it into a shop. It'd be like a wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of deal, and on your way. And I've had too many times where not anal stuff like that wasn't done. I mean, it wasn't, but you know, things where I had my speed sensors replaced at a shop once ages ago because I can't remember why. One of them needed to be replaced. They did them both, and the cables to the sensors connect to certain. There's like spots where you shove in the cable, like it's cable management, right? But they didn't do that on one side. It was just left hanging, and whenever I was turning the wheel, the cable was rubbing on the wheel, and of course it cut through it, and then you know, certain things wouldn't work right, or I thought like my ABS depends on the wheel speed sensors and the cruise control and stuff like that. That doesn't work if those sensors aren't working. And they thought that wheel wasn't turning, or was, or whatever. I think it wasn't. They thought it wasn't. It was just a headache. And then I figured that out, and it's like, well, that's just great. It's just a simple thing, right? Like, all they had to do is slam it into the little spot where it goes, but nope. And I've had a few times where simple things like that weren't done right, and it could have led to really, really bad problems, or it did, you know, lead to something. So I just kind of got into the habit of just doing it myself if I can. And like I said, a lot of the times the tools cost way less than bringing the vehicle in yourself, or bringing it into a shop and getting it done, especially a dealer. Dealers are so expensive. Another good example is, so my ABS light was coming on a lot. It was a fault. Of course, with my VAGCOM thing there, my VCDS Rostec tool, I could determine exactly what was going on, because all you see is the little code on the dash that says ABS with a little red circle around it, and you're like, but yeah, I'm looking up the codes and everything, and it tells you. It gives you the code, it tells you what it means. You can look it up as well to get even more information. But there was a short, basically, somewhere in the system. So I went looking online about that, and it's a common issue with the vehicles. There's a fuse under the hood that just over time becomes kind of loose, and it shorts. And then the computer sees that as a problem, and it doesn't know what's going on, so it disables your ABS, your anti-lock brakes, and gives you that little check engine symbol. So sure enough, I checked that fuse, and it's got scorching on it and stuff, so it's been shorting out. And the fuse was fine, it's just that the little bay that it sits in, the two connectors got kind of pushed apart over the years, just through vibration or whatever, and so it wasn't making a good connection. So I cleaned up the fuse and the area that it sits in as much as I can, and that fixed the issue. Got rid of it entirely. But when I took it into the shop originally, because I wanted them to have just a peek at it, because they'll do free diagnostic and check it out for me, and their recommendation was that it was the ABS pump, and then that would need to be replaced, and that's like, I don't know, it was $2,100 or $2,400 just for the part. And then of course there's, you know, their labor and every the time, like I was looking at a couple $1,000s to have them do this. And but yeah, shortly after that's when I discovered it was just the fuse, and replacing it totally fixed the issue. And then I went and bought a new fuse box, because I figured, you know, it was 20 some years old, and I kept the old box because, you know, I could probably still use it again if I need to down the road, if I can get parts again and I need it, which is highly likely that I won't be able to get parts if I need it. But yeah, so I bought a new box. It was like $100, big deal, and new fuses, and put that all together, and now the car's good for another 20 years or something. And then it cost me almost nothing compared to what they were going to charge me. Jesus Christ. Because they would have replaced that pump, and, you know, would have cost me, I don't know, $3,000-4,000 at the end of that. And it wouldn't have fixed the problem, because that wasn't the problem. It was that fucking fuse. And then what? So bring it back how many more times before they figure out what's going on? Like, how much money would that have cost? So, I mean, it just goes, you know, it really helps to do your homework. Take some time, you'll save a ton of money, plus you get to understand your vehicle a little bit better, or whatever it is. You might be working on a fridge or, you know, something in your house there. It is really, really, I mean, there's so much stuff these days online. There's how-tos on how to do all kinds of shit. Like, it's crazy. And lots of information about, you know, like this thing here, this fuse being a common issue, and it's a quick and easy thing to check, and, you know, it saved me a boatload of money, time. But yeah, so if you can do work yourself, it can be a giant pain in the ass, but it's also very rewarding and a lot cheaper. As long as you know what you're doing. I mean, you know, it is possible you can really fuck things up too. Make things worse. I was saying earlier, I know people who would probably end up doing that, because it's just things I've seen them do over the years. It's like, dude. But I mean, in this case, you know, even if I wasn't mechanically inclined or whatever, looking it up, you just say, okay, oh, it's the fuse, it's this specific fuse. You can go, it shows you, there's pictures or videos. You can just go and look, and you know, pretty easy to tell. It's all scorched up looking. Yeah, okay, it's been shorting out, and then you just clean it up with a paper towel or something. But you know, it wouldn't even take that much. Throw it back in there. It'll eventually go bad again, but at least now you know what it is, and it's nothing serious either. Well, as long as you don't need your ABS brakes when it suddenly stops working. But not like it's keeping your brakes from working, just the anti-lock. All right, you. And that was Flatland. That's him. Him. What the hell? Sometimes it doesn't, the clicking part isn't there. You have to actually move the screen down a bit to get the left click to actually register. Yeah, I could stop in here and get some gas, but I barely used any, so fuck it. Just cut this turn a bit because he likes to slide on the pavement a little bit, and I know the trailers always love to slide out. And he doesn't carry repair parts with him, so I don't really want to do too much damage. Okay, good there. Repairing these bridges was a big deal. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I wasn't going to do this. Well, we're here now, so we'll do it. There's some jobs to repair some bridges and whatnot that will make my life a lot easier here. Actually, this guy's going to be going through one of those areas too. Dude, you can do it. I gotta say though, having your own garage really helps. At least then, I mean, you've got a place indoors, so you're not outside and you're in the hot sun or the rain or whatever, the snow. And and if you ever get a place built, I know it's probably not likely with a lot of people these days, the way things are. Fucking prices are stupid. Get a garage with a drain in it, in the floor. Trust me, it's worth it, big time. Getting that humidity out of the garage. You know, if you come in from like a huge rainstorm, or if it's winter and it's stormy, and you know, like your car is packed with snow and shit. When you get inside, it's gonna melt, and it needs to go somewhere. You're just gonna be like that, are you? Oh, he's making it through. But yeah, and you have a place for your parts, and because you will eventually, you know, I've got a fair amount of parts now, or sorry, not parts, tools. Well, I guess I got parts too. And it's just a two-car garage. It's a little wider than most, just because our driveway was, the lot was for a bigger house than what we put on it. So they had to compensate by making the garage 3 or 4 feet longer or wider, which is fine. I got a lot of extra space on the side for all kinds of stuff, and it's being used. Come on. Weird sometimes playing this game I get flashbacks. I don't think... Oh no, I did get stuck. That's right. We had a military jeep, and I went up to the sand hills here in Bruderheim. Got stuck there once. That was fun. Buried it up to the axles. And where else? Oh, Cooking Lake Reserve. It's like it's just a nature reserve. And I went off-road there. You're not supposed to do that. I did. I got stuck in a swamp. Again, buried up to the axles. I couldn't do anything. There's no winch on the Jeep. It was... should have had a winch, but whatever. So I think that's the only 2 times I've been stuck. Oh no, once with the farm truck too. It's a T intersection, dirt road, all ice, and I was going slow, and I tried to turn off the main road onto this side road, and it just basically, I turned about a foot or 2, and then it just slid straight into the ditch. I only went in like 2 feet, and I had no grip on the back tires, and I couldn't. That was it. I was stuck, stuck. My front end in the snow, just barely. Okay. Let's see how he does here. He's sort of so-so with the heavy mud. Still might end up being faster than doing 2 more trips with the little guy. Because by now we'd probably we'd be on our way back. From like up there straight ahead. We'd be coming back to the swamp about now, I think. Oops. I think you find this truck in the second area. Well, it might be in Michigan, the first one, but I think it's in the second one. So he's an earlier find if you're playing the seasons one, like from 1 through 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I just might as well keep him over here with the differential lock on. He was down at the base of a big dam, as I recall. gotta watch out for those stumps. They like to hide in bushes and they can do a lot of damage, or just you can get hung up on them and it's not a fun time. Okay, short logs and short logs. Sorry. Scratching mosquito bite. Even through my bug suit, I got a couple of bites. Man, we haven't had a mosquito year like this in a very, very long time. I mean, I was a kid, I think, the last time I remember them being this bad. We were actually picking rocks out of the field, so it must have been way early on. And we had the 3/4 ton, it looks like a half ton, 3/4 ton truck. And the field had been plowed, and we go out and pick up all the rocks that have been kicked out. Put them in the truck and dump them somewhere. But yeah, the entire field, no grass anywhere, right? It's all plowed, and there was just mosquitoes everywhere. Everywhere. There was a literal cloud. And they kind of form into these weird rows. It was strange. But as we were going along, yeah, they were all over the side of the truck, and you know, inside at two after us. It was unbelievable. The amount of mosquitoes was just, oof. And you could hear it. There was this, you know, what a mosquito sounds like. Well, multiply that by like a zillion, and it was just this hum, constant hum in the air, mosquito. I don't know how the animals survive, because I know right now the mosquitoes are bad up here, and I heard like up north further, they're killing moose and stuff. They're just draining them dry. There's so many fucking mosquitoes. That's unnerving. I can't wrap my head around that. I feel really bad for those animals. Any of those animals stuck out there. I was watching a rabbit the other night. I was up early and he was sitting out on the road cleaning himself, and he had kept twitching and flapping his ears everywhere because of the mosquitoes. Yeah. Hate them, hate them, hate them. They like me though. Come on, dude, you can do it. Went through, I mean, he's slow going through the mud here, but he's making it. We didn't get bogged to the point where we were like totally stuck. Alright, I think I know where I'm going here, at least partially. These roads. Should be another one just around the bend up here to the left. Yes, but we just passed here, I think. Or is this it? That is not it. This is it. We want to cross the bridge here, go this way. Yeah. That'll take care of the short logs. I am into some animation stuff. Oh, I mean, since the old days. I was into anime back in the day, like Cross, the original Cross, and then of course Robotech came out. Things like Bean Bandit and Bubblegum Crash and Crisis, it was all good stuff. Things like that. Lately, One Punch Man is good. I like that one. They kind of take make fun of, you know, the super character. Like, he can kill everything with one punch. You know, because a lot of these anime characters, you know, even games and stuff, overpowered retardism. You know, these dudes get like a big blade that's like as big as, you know, a couple of cars put together or something. It's carrying this around. And there's a lot of stupid shit, and it's kind of they take a little bit of poke fun at that kind of thing. It's kind of fun. I like that one. Vox Machina, that's a good one. A little too much wokey shit in it, but it's not terrible. They try and keep it somewhat in control. At least it's not constantly in our face. There was an offshoot of that one that was worse. It was worse. Although the last season seems to be getting a little bit bad with it, but can we do it without flipping anything over? Yes. There's been a few. There was it the 82 or something, or I think it's just called the 82 or 86 or something about these guys piloting these kind of mechs to take out these automated things. There was an interesting one. What was it? The Never. It was a show about a bunch of orphans living in this place, and they're being, you know, trained or whatever, you know, educated and stuff really well and stuff. And then it turns out there's these. They don't know what's going on, right? They were just here somehow, and then every once in a while, one of them graduates or leaves or gets adopted or something, and so they find out what it is. There's these demons that kind of took over the planet, and they like to eat smart people brains, and these kids are like the best tasting. No, I don't want to give away the whole thing, because the first season or so you don't know exactly what's going on, because you're kind of with them. They're trying to figure out like what's happening because they know something's not right. But that one was good, just because it was a good mystery. Kind of kept you involved. It seems like a lot of the best shows right now are coming out of Japan, because they don't generally do a lot of the stupid, politically correct, woke bullshit, and their stories are just way better for it. Because I mean, these shows, they're just terrible. It's all about being woke and not about the story or the characters, or it's terrible. The quality is terrible. Okay, so here's an example. The latest Star Wars movies, right? They're just shit. The last ones were just terrible. But there's these guys online on YouTube that I can't remember what it's called. It's like a YouTube or a Star Wars if they had $10, if it was made with a $10 budget, and everything is cardboard. And they do a really good job too. It's fun to watch. It's way more entertaining, and I mean they're getting a lot of views too. Way more entertaining than any of these fucking stupid, high-priced. You know, they got great special effects and stuff. That's about all you can say about those shows. These guys, it's the opposite. They have terrible special effects, which is actually kind of funny some of the time, and they know it. They use it as part of the thing, right? Props falling apart and stuff. But it's kind of like they redid the original Star Wars in a spoofy, fun kind of way, and you just have to watch it. Star Wars, if they had $10 or something, I think that was the term. If you look it up, you'll find it. And if you're into Star Wars at all, it's an enjoyable watch. It's fun. There's aspects of it that are, you know, whatever. But I mean, it is what it is. But it is overall, it's fun. Okay, now we need one long log. That's what she said. Fuck. Just getting them out of the way here. Alright, one long log. Where do we get the long logs from? I think it was down there. Alright. Do I have anybody here? Do you have... I think this is the normal... Yeah, this guy's medium logs. So that won't work. I don't think... Let's see here. Nope. I don't see any long log trailers there. So we're in Orville. Let's go over here to Flatland. Nothing there. Our active zone is right next door. Let's check here. Log trailer. I think that's... Oh, there should be a guy here with long, though. This one can take long logs. Okay, so we have this guy here with a long log, and then there's the guy next to him there with the red and white trailer. That one can do long as well. We'll take this guy. Now, how do we get back down there? I need to go down Orwell Hills. Come back this way so we can go into the garage. Get repairs or fuel or whatever we might need. And then down here, here. There. Gonna be a bit of a drive, but whatever. Let's see if we can turn around here. Because these trailers are not made for backing up. It's the first time I've had that red and white one out. I thought it takes small and long logs, and I was hoping I could take multiple smalls with it, but it turns out it only uses that first spot behind the truck there for smalls, and the rest of it's just long, so it's long and small. That's it. You can bring one long log and one small, which sucks. I was hoping you could at least get 2 small log loads on it, but nope. So this guy is pretty good for getting through stuff, not so good for being super stable. He can be a little tippy for a couple of different reasons, but yeah. And he's a terrible turner. I've been trying to turn there for the last 30 seconds to turn left. And his front end is low. I forgot about that. So he keeps banging his face into things and taking engine damage. Yeah. See, turn right. Stop. Left, right. Not turning at all. Right. Left, right. Left. It's actually a common problem with all the vehicles that have their like the entire front end turns. Ah, damn it! I didn't see that log. Nope. They can be a little finicky with turning. Sometimes they turn really fast, and other times not. And it can be a problem either way. You need it to turn, it doesn't want to, or you don't want it to turn as much as it does, and it just snaps around and you almost flip over. Like, you gotta be really on the ball when you're driving one of these fucking things. Kind of wonder if that's the way it is in real life, because, yeah. One nice thing about playing this game long enough, you end up with all these trucks, and then you can just leave them wherever, and sometimes they come in handy. They're closer to where you need to go. Does this guy have beacons? Oh, he does too. Fucking mosquitoes, my neck's itchy. So I had my head sticking out of the bug suit, so one of the places that could get at me pretty easy. What's this thing like inside? Whoop. Hmm. Oh, bouncy. The main bad issue about driving from the cockpit area like that, it's nausea inducing. Every bump in the road is just like, oh. Some vehicles are worse than others. Plus it's just easier to see what's going on from out here. And you get to see the vehicle, which is, you know, the cool part, right? So. Alright. Top speed. If you ever get up close to one of those logging trucks in real life, fuck, those things are huge. It's not like your normal semi that you see on the highway or whatever. They're big. Some of them are very, very big trucks. It's a little unnerving. You wouldn't think it would be, but yeah, you get up close to one and it's like, holy shit, this fucking thing is huge. Alright, where are we going here? I think we're going down there. Alright. Alright, I guess we'll take the usual route. So I could go down this way. And down. Or, yeah, we'll go through here. This is the easier way to go. Just like to mark the route a little bit. Usually I do it at intersections, so you can, you know, you get to the intersections like, which way should I go here? I don't know. And a bunch of intersections there, and just on long routes, it's nice to pop it along sometimes, so you have a general idea that you are heading in the right direction. Alright, we head back. Head down here. I could go up there. Doesn't look too bad. Let's try it. Now, this one, do you find it in the environment or buy it? I think you have to buy this one, but I think it's in-game money. It's not one that you have to buy with real money. But I think you don't find this one. You have to buy it if you want it. I was looking at, so I'm thinking about fixing shit again. There was a, what the hell was it? Some show, I don't know, they were fixing up this older vehicle, or a couple of older vehicles, trucks. One was a car, I think. But the room in the engine bay and stuff was so nice. So much room to get at everything and see everything, and just so awesome. The vehicles these days, holy shit, everything is so goddamn tightly packed in there, and there's you almost need special tools, and you do actually. Even with my car, you need a special tool for one or two things to get into really tight spots. But yeah, the new ones are, everything's so jam-packed in there. You gotta take half the car apart sometimes to get at things, to fix them or to look at them, or that's crazy. You see these older vehicles and it's like, wow, that's just, it's everything you want right there. You can see it. Like you can easily get at it, and there's room to, maneuver a wrench around or something. You don't have to bash your knuckles into everything every half turn of a wrench or screwdriver or whatever. Actually, a lot of the mechanics are very unhappy with the new stuff. I think I talked about that at length in one of my previous videos. All the car manufacturers are losing vehicle technicians because they are not getting paid enough. They're working longer hours for less pay, even though they're charging more. The companies are charging more for the work and stuff that's being done. Those guys don't see it, and a lot of them are just like, I've had enough. They could go be a forklift driver. One guy was like, you make more money being a forklift driver than you can being a mechanic. So they're just like up and leaving, and they take their tools with them because they have to pay for their own tools, which I didn't know. I thought the dealers and stuff supplied that stuff, but apparently not. And they're expected, to keep trained up and stuff. And with the changes are happening so fast now with all this new tech that's being crammed in everywhere, a lot of the guys are not up to speed, and they don't want to be because they're sick of it. You get paid, let's say the book says it's 9 hours to replace a transmission, but in reality it takes 13, and it's not like they're doing something wrong. It just takes 13 hours. Those guys only get paid for 9 hours of work, and the rest of it's on their own. So basically it's like those 13 hours, they're getting less pay per hour when you stretch out what they actually got paid. And it is bad. So a lot of these places are looking for mechanics because they're losing people. It's just, the whole situation is so crazy. And that's everybody. It's like Ford, GM, Toyota, Nissan, like across the board. I'm kind of surprised at Toyota, especially, because they used to be one of the better, as far as quality and all this stuff, but even they are having issues. So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I'm just glad I, been doing work on my own cars here since I bought them, and because growing up on the farm, I was kind of used to doing certain work and stuff, cleaning carburetors. And there was a '69 Buick that had been sitting outside for 8 years, and I think I was 14. I got that thing working. I took some of it apart, cleaned up a bunch of parts, put it back together, and just fucking around with it nonstop. And I got it running, and I drive that thing all over the fucking place. and fixing the tractors and just little things and, you know, whatever. It was a good learning experience. I'm so glad my dad moved out to the country. Even he had like 3 different jobs. He was a city cop. Him and one of the other cops also owned a security company, and he had the farm, which was a ton of work. So I mean, it's kind of a curse on that side of the family. There's a lot of workaholics, and they can burn out. I think my aunt did. She was doing 3 jobs. She worked for an oil company, and they were downsizing and stuff, and she ended up doing 3 people's jobs. And I think she was getting paid well, but yeah, I think she burnt out a little bit. I don't remember exactly the story. I was young, but she still, I think, worked there for them and stuff. But yeah, something happened. And, yeah, so I always tried to stay cognizant of that and not go over the top with anything, because it's sort of easy to do. I mean, I sort of did it a little bit. Actually, that was that. Yeah, after I dropped out of university, because that place was fucked. Last video I talked about that. It was a nightmare. I had a whole stint there where it was just a ton of stress, and long story short, there was studying for exams, and I couldn't remember doing work that was dated 2 weeks previous. Didn't remember doing it, didn't know how to do it, nothing. It was just blank. It was gone. And I was nothing but work, except for Friday nights. And even then, I mean, Friday night, that's not enough time to wind down. So my brain was still working, and it was a bad situation. So I guess that's sort of a workaholic thing there, although that place kind of forces you into that bullshit. But yeah, when I got out, took a month off, and then went to work with a law firm until the next semester started at a technical college where I'd signed up. But the law firm was offering, you know, overtime as much as I wanted to do this filing work, and it was great. I was making a lot of money. I'd stay up really late doing filing and all this, but after, you know, 2 or 3 weeks of this, it becomes kind of like you have no life at all. You're just eat, sleep, go to work, come home, eat, sleep, go to work, come home, and there was no downtime. You're just, you know, weekends and stuff, I was just work. And it was great for paying down my student loan from the university there, because I still had to pay that off. And I did pay that off pretty quick, but thank God I got out of there, because I was looking at a huge loan eventually. It was one of the reasons I was stressing out a bit too, actually, as I recall. It wasn't a lot of work, and I was thinking I'm going to be saddled with this massive fucking loan. It's not like today where, you know, these kids expect the government, aka the people, to just pay their way through. Which, by the way, makes the universities charge even more, because they figure you're not paying, the government is. So, free money, let's bump up the costs of everything. It's bad when the government starts paying for stuff. It's really, really bad. There's no competition. Yeah, prices don't go down. Prices go up, quality goes down, job availability goes down. You know, like the shit with the minimum wage, right? Was it California or something? It was something crazy the last time I heard. I can't remember now what they were asking for minimum wage. But I mean, all that does is these companies can't afford it, right? Especially if it's a little mom and pop shop. They can't afford that. So what ends up happening is they have to be extremely picky about who they hire, and they don't hire as many people. So you get a job that, you know, might pay that minimum wage, but you were doing the job of the work of like 3 people or something now, and they've laid them off. Because that's what happens too. All these people get laid off because they can't afford to pay them anymore, and the people who are left end up doing a lot more work for the same pay. They're not getting paid more. So it is not a good thing to be doing. Yeah, it's Like, the government just needs to stay the fuck out of all that. It's whenever they get involved, inflation is just theft. I've talked about that at length. They're just stealing our wealth, or stealing the work that you're doing during the day. You're not working for yourself. You're working for some fucking crooked assholes who want to just force you to give up your money to them. Okay, I'm gonna grab some fuel from this guy because I'm halfway done. Fuel. Let's do a nice wide turn here so I don't have to back up too much. And he can repair me too, so let's stop, change. I have to change trucks to do the repair job. Oh, he doesn't have any repair parts. Alright, fuck that. The refueling, though, you can do from either truck. And I don't think... Oh, I do still have some. Interesting. And give him... Yeah, so now he's totally empty. And he has no repair parts, got 2 spare tires, that's it. So we're going to bounce him back. Because he's not doing any good out there anymore. Take the shit off. Whoops. Is that it? That's it. Put him in storage so I can grab him from wherever next time. So we didn't get a total fill up there, but we're better off than we were. Eventually I'll have to bring another truck down here to help fill people up. Try and take a shortcut through here, we should be good. Oh, always on, okay. I don't think we'll bang the face here. Nope, good. Extra careful with these types of vehicles because when you turn, the whole vehicle can twist and shit in the middle, and you can end up in weird positions that are not good. Why is it always defaulting to the loading dock? That's not good. See if I can't turn it around here, because like I said, backing this thing up is not good. I'm betting that differential, yeah, there it goes. It's going to start complaining. We'll just keep it in low gear until we're across this bridge anyway. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure I gotta go left, back across that water. Oh, I've laid out the path. Okay, never mind. Come on, dude. Jesus Christ, barely went through that. So annoying. Didn't do a ton of damage, but still annoying. all the power is going to the tire that's spinning, which is annoying because it doesn't have any grip. That's why you lock the differential. But then you can't leave that on forever because it'll overheat and cause damage. So here the front one there is spinning, so we will put it in low gear, which allows me to lock the differential, and then none of the wheels can spin any faster than the others, so you get better grip. Alright. So this little cement pad right here, this can cause damage too. Obviously we're not going fast because the fucking tire's just spinning. All my power's going into that and I'm not getting a whole lot of grip. Actually probably be faster off the track. Alright. However, when I get here, hit these rocks, this could do some damage. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to drive up over this giant rock. But no tires popped or anything. What gives? What are we stuck on? Nothing. Okay, let's get over here. Right. So pushing right. Okay, there we go. Can I go through that? Yes. So make sure there's no big dip in a culvert or something. But looks like we're okay. And the field situation looks really good. Yeah, these guys did a really good job on this game. I'm very impressed. Very little glitches, problems, weirdness like floating trees or rocks or anything. Maps are well designed and built. Vehicles are really good too. It's a good way to relax. Get your mind off things. Of course, I'm sitting here talking about the bullshit that's going on in the world, but sometimes it's nice, you know, that to know you're not the only person, right? To have other people in the chat here who actually have working brains or are aware, let's say, of what's going on. Not everybody is, it's because they're an idiot. It's because they've been lied to and they just don't know any better. Seems like there are people who have really good memories, and they're good at recall and stuff, but they're not necessarily good at figuring shit out. Stage complete. So there's more to this. Third house. There. Well, you know what? Fuck that shit. Let's get rid of those. I want to do high stakes. Let's do this one that'll fix this bridge. I don't have to do that anymore. Cabin and vehicle spare parts. I thought you could get, or is it service spare parts here? Nope. Where the fuck was it? Here we are. Vehicle spare parts, and the cabin is up here, and for that I need medium planks and 2 metal rolls. So now I get the metal rolls over here. For one cabin I need 2. Two of those, and I think I get the wood here. Was it just wooden planks? I can't remember. Was it medium or wooden? I think it was 1 medium plank. Or maybe it was wooden planks. Wooden plank is smaller than a medium plank. Let's see what we got here. Actually, this guy could take the load, so that's good. Cabin. Wooden planks. 1 wooden plank and 2 metal rolls. Okay, so I was right. One wooden plank. I could bring him down, grab that. The metal rolls are over here. Do I have anybody in the neighborhood? No, he can't. A little help. Is that one on here? Nope. So I gotta grab that one. There's a couple of jobs in here that opened up that I gotta grab. Fishing festival. Yeah, okay, I got that one. These ones here I gotta grab. Well, for now, let's go grab one of these wooden planks. We'll take him. Just think, am I going the right way? I'm pretty sure. Attachers are weird. You can see the tires are kind of tilted in, out at the top and in at the bottom. They're all like that on these things. Some of them do it more than others. And again, I don't know if I said in this stream, but these are trucks you can buy in Czechoslovakia. Wooden planks, I just need the one. Go. But you can't buy them. And as far as I know, any Western nation, for whatever reason, you're not allowed to buy them. Which is a bullshit. I mean, why not? Because I know why not. They could say, oh, because they're, you know, working with Russia or some bullshit excuse, but they're not following the globalist rules around, you know, because they make these are like diesel engines and they don't like diesel, it's bad. And what else? I can't remember. Lots of the emissions bullshit and yeah, some of their companies make really nice vehicles. Tatra makes these trucks like this, and then I cannot remember the name of the company. They had a company that makes passenger vehicles there. I'm sure it was in Czechoslovakia, and they do have diesel cars and stuff, and like I said, they look really nice, like really nice, surprisingly nice looking cars, and they are very expensive. Which is sad, but it doesn't matter because I can't buy one anyway. I was thinking if Alberta separates from Canada, it would be nice to open up trade with them so they could sell their vehicles here. Set up dealerships and stuff. That would be okay. There we go. Unload. Now I just need 2 metal rolls. And I'll see if I have a vehicle over there that can grab those and bring them here. Truck over here, the Avonhorn, he's really good. I brought something here with him with the high saddle there. And he's been sitting here waiting for jobs. Actually, he's done the odd thing once or twice. I've had him used. He's one of the Uber trucks. And I think you have to buy him with in-game money. Okay, so he doesn't have a trailer. That guy's hauling a log trailer. I think this guy might have had a saddle. Yeah, so he can't do it. 2 metal rolls. Anybody else closer? He's got fuel on the back. What's this guy's? I think this one was a crane. That guy's only got space for one thing. All of these guys, but I think they were all wood. Yeah. Well, what's this? That's a scout. That's a scout. He's a little closer. Well, it's a little bit of overkill, but he's closer. We could use him. Let's see, all the way down the road here. Yes. So I have to go in here, grab this, then come back. Wow, that's a bit of a trip. Down here, that's why these end-game jobs are such a giant pain in the ass. There's usually a lot more driving involved. go up. You know what? Let's keep it on the pavement. It's probably quicker. Except for this little spot here, but it shouldn't be a big deal. And then down there. And finally drop off that, and then we can pick up the cabin with one of the vehicles and bring it. Oh wow, he's a little low on gas. Actually, he's got some up top there. It's not a ton, but whatever. I don't know if he's gonna do okay. I think he was okay on gas usage, although he's looking a little heavy right there. He's pushing 20 liters per minute. Let's drop him down a bit. Okay. What do we have here? Vehicle spare parts, probably. Well, we can handle that later. Yeah, let's have a look. Yep. Wait, he's got 4 spots. Do we have to come back to this area? We do. Yeah, I don't want to take that with me now. That's a lot of weight. It'll take up my fuel that I'm having issues with already here. So that'll work out. I can get the 2 metal rolls, come back here, pick up 2 more. It's the 2 vehicle spare parts as well. Head up there, create the cabin with the metal rolls, and then maybe plop the cabin on here, which takes up 2 spots. So it'll be the cabin and the 2 vehicle parts, and head over that house. Or that wasn't the house; it's the bridge there. The only problem now is I don't have a fuel truck over this way anymore. Let's see, he might run out of gas. What's he look like on the inside? Lined up before I start looking around. So I've got Mudrunner and Roadcraft as well. I haven't played either one yet. I wanted to try getting all the way through this one before I do those. I might start with Mudcraft because it was kind of the precursor to this game. And I got the impression there are a lot less missions and stuff in it, so I think I should be able to get through that one. I mean, comparatively to this one anyway, relatively fast. And then I'd start on Roadcraft. And I'm sure in the meantime there they'll probably add on another whatever to this, another expansion. But yeah, these aren't the only 2 games I want to play, so we'll see. But yeah, I wanted to try the X4 there again because late game you get to see all the ships you can get. You can walk around inside the ships, the small ones, the big ones. They look pretty decent. Lots of different weapons, lots of customizations. All around, pretty good game. I used to play I played the original X the Threat or something, I believe it was, the first one, and I played all the way up. All the different ones. There's another one too, Elite Dangerous, and I had the original one of that one too. It was Frontier Elite back in the day. That was fun. Graphics compared to today are just total crap. But at the time, it was like, yeah, this is where it's at. It's fun. I remember I worked my way up to some kind of a cargo ship, big one. And then I lost interest. I was playing Eagle, I believe. I was basically just killing people for money. And I was doing some trade runs and stuff. And then I moved up. I got enough money to get something bigger. Maybe it was an Anaconda. But there was an issue where, so I couldn't outrun anybody at that point, so I had to fight every time, which was annoying. And there was a problem where one of the turrets, like when you're looking directly behind you at bad guys and you would shoot, you'd hit your own vehicle. You'd hit the ship. And it was kind of annoying. It has uber shields and bigger weapons, but the bigger weapons, you're shooting your own tail off kind of thing. It's not great. I remember that, being kind of annoyed by that. Thought that's not good, but I still enjoyed that game a lot. And then yeah, when Elite Dangerous came out, I had to get that. I don't play it multiplayer because it's too I don't know. You lose a lot when you get killed, and I don't like dealing with that. And some players just camp the warp points at some of the bigger areas, and they'll pull you out of crews and try and kill you. I haven't had an issue. I can get away from them all the time. Or yeah, I didn't want to fight because there's a lot of extras that you have to go way out of your way to get for your vehicles, for your ships, and I don't want to lose that shit, so I never risked having a firefight with anybody, like an actual player, when I was doing any multiplayer stuff, because I checked it out a few times, and I was like, too many times these guys try and ambush you at the jump points and stuff, and it's just meh. I kind of had the same thing. I tried playing Fortnite way back, and I lost interest almost immediately. It was irritating. I couldn't even figure out how to play the game. You get in, and you get killed instantly. And okay, so I tried dropping at other areas where there'd be less people and stuff, and every single time, you know, I'm still trying to figure out what the different items are, and what's this, what's that, and you know, there was like no tutorial. I guess I could have watched a video on it or something, but you get killed, you get killed, you get killed. It's like, yeah, I'm done. I can't even, you know, it wasn't fun for a new player. I didn't enjoy it. And at least it was a free to play game, so I'm pretty sure it was. I'm not sure now if it isn't, but whatever. So I gave up on that. What else was there? There was another one that was kind of like that. I tried it, and it was just irritating. Oh, World of Tanks. Same thing. There was nothing going on. You play, right? And everybody's like hiding out. And I thought, well, this is fucking boring. Like, okay, I get it, but at the same time, it's boring. So I'd always try and flank around, or I'd find, you know, do something to get an angle on somebody to do something. And every single time, if the instant I poked out anywhere, instantly killed. It didn't matter what I did, how I did it, when, how. It's every single time. If the enemy saw me for even a split second, I was dead. And I don't know if there was people cheating or what was going on, but that pissed me off, and I never went back to that game either. So Okay, turn on the generator. Change truck. We need 2 metal rolls. I think there's one in there already. There it is. And I need to make no fuel and generator. Okay. Change truck. Fuel. It's got 100. Oh, I only have 200 in here? What the fuck? Okay. Wow. That didn't take much. So I need to make metal beams. And then I need to make, because you need 1 metal beam in the thing there. There we go. And this takes 100 fuel, so I'll lose 20 in the generator. Wow, that sucks. Oops. And there we go. That's my 2 metal rolls that I need for the cabin. Now we change trucks again. I can't even fuel up from this guy because I might be able to still use the fuel that he's got in his own tanks for filling up that generator the next time I need it. This sucks. Well, we'll go as far as we can. No, I've already laid it out. Alright, so head back, get the vehicle spare parts, bring all of that up there, build the cabin, throw it on, so those 2 metal rolls will disappear and be replaced by a cabin. And the vehicle spare parts will be in the back area, and we'll take that whole thing to the bridge, which is down the road behind us, and get that bridge all fixed up and working, so I don't have to go down in the muddy pit anymore to go around it. My wife is making something smells good. Smells like frying onions. Now I'm hungry. Used to love loose hamburger with fried up white onions. We used to grow onions on the farm too. We had a huge garden. I remember we had a lawn out front. Well, we had a lawn everywhere. It fucking took, if I had to cut the lawn, like the entire lawn, you were looking at 2 to 4 days to do the entire thing. And we had a riding lawnmower, and yeah, it was a pain in the ass. But usually it was just a weekend to do the main part. But anyway, out front of the house, which faced south, there was a hill, grassy hill there, and I remember having to put the onions out there to dry them in the sun, right? Pick the onions, and then I'd have a wheelbarrow full of them, and I'd have to put them out there, lay them all out, so they all get some sun, get cooked, sort of, and then pack them all up at the end of every day. Man, there's so much to do out there all the time. I remember when I first moved to the city, I was so stir crazy because there was no physical activity to do, right? I would go running and stuff a little bit, and just, I mean, because I was just fucking energy pent up. So used to doing stuff and then having nothing. It was so weird. And I do remember running in the city was terrible. I hated it. I was a runner, a big time runner. Loved running. But yeah, I always ran on like dirt or cork or whatever. You know, the tracks at school and stuff are just around. But yeah, running on pavement is a huge, massive difference. It sucks up your energy massively every time your foot comes down, pounding on that cement or the pavement. Not fun. Did not like it at all. I bought a treadmill. Actually, I've still got that. Still use it. trim line. Can't remember the model number, but it's a gym model, right? That you would find at one of those. It wasn't a residential version, let's put it that way. I bought the Uber one. Figure it was worth the money, and it was. I still have it, and I've had it for 27 years, maybe. I had to replace a roller on it once. That was about it. The thing just lasts forever. It's just unbelievably good, well built. Definitely got my money's worth. Big time. It's the way it is with most things. If you can afford to buy the better thing, do it. Make sure you do your homework though, because not everything is. Sometimes you're just paying for the name. Say like Porsche, for example. You can use normal VW parts in a lot of Porsches. They're the same exact thing, and they cost less. So that's, you're not getting the best thing for the money there when you buy your Porsche part. Yeah, we are gonna run out of fuel. Drop it down the high gear. Is that any better? Still using 876. How much does this use? 10, 15. Yeah, it was better. It's just so much slower. Fuck it. Let's do this. But yeah, if you buy, like, say I bought a really cheap treadmill, like my grandparents had a cheap one. That thing was falling apart. Crap, I didn't trigger that thing down below. Whatever. The waypoint. I think I was going up here on the tracks next. No, I was going around. Okay. Whatever, let's just keep going. Another good reason to stay on this road instead of the tracks too. It's less fuel usage. Man, when you think about all the work, like when you think about the roads and stuff that are built all over, I mean, all the work that went into making those. I mean, somebody had to make that road. There was nothing there at one point. Nothing. Just some trees and hills and whatever. And somebody at some point had to come along and make that road. And they are everywhere. Like, the work involved. It's crazy. I think that's part of the problem these days too. A lot of people just take everything for granted, but it's like, this shit wasn't always here. We didn't always have computers and cars and roads, and it wasn't even that long ago. Like, it really wasn't. My grandparents were just getting out of the horse and buggy days. When World War II was coming up, there was still a lot of places where they did just still use horses and they weren't using cars. Okay, so I can get the vehicle spare parts if I can get on here before I run out of fuel. Okay. What do we got here? You, my friend, have just volunteered to fuel him up. I think this is the second scout you find in the game too. It's this guy right here. You start with a little GMC, a little blue GMC truck, and then this guy you find on that first map. Something else? He's got his own fuel. Oh, he has none. Thank you. Your sacrifice will not go unnoticed. I might fill him up. I'm going to leave him there because I could use him to take that trailer right there, the scout trailer, back someday. And I probably will need to bring up another vehicle out here with some gas to fuel up all these guys, because there's no gas station out in this map. I don't think. That guy there, best scout in the game, by far. Yeah, I think we'll just keep going on this. We could go left here, actually. This might be better. Smelling the onions, yeah. I had to deal with a lot of onions. I love fried onions, the white ones. I'm not big on the red onions. I don't like the heat. They're okay, but I far prefer, you know, the salty, yummy, golden onions. They're the best. They smell the best. They taste the best. For me, anyway. That's what I like. As far as onions go. I used to like radishes too, with salt. Salt on those fuckers. Grew a lot of radishes. Fresh carrots were awesome. Peas, I was never a big fan of peas. They're okay now, but when I was a kid, I didn't like peas. And we had a shitload of fucking peas. Actually, some of the small ones, again, fresh is always so much better. I don't know, it's just so much better with everything. Bacon. We had pigs once. Oh my god, the bacon. I was so addicted to bacon when I was a little kid. That and dill pickles, those things are fucking awesome. They still are. Alright, so we have to unload this stuff. You guys are staying. Building that. And there you go. So now I've got the 2 spare parts and the cabin. Can I borrow some of your fuel there, buddy? Just a little bit. Just want to take a little bit. It's probably not enough. I need to go all the way. You know what? I'm going to steal from the big guy. Get rid of all that shit, because I don't need that anymore. We'll try going around this way this time. And we will stick to the road. Where's this other place? Oh, way over there. Right, okay. And I don't think there's no way across there. Not that I've ever seen. Just kind of blows. And then I could go up this way. I know this area here could be a little finicky, but I got this guy here with the crane if I tip over. Or I can go up through here. The road looks slightly bigger, so I'm assuming it's a little bit better. stretch over here though, I don't know. And is it quicker, or are they all about the same? You know, it's going to be a bit of a sharp turn there. All right. Actually, that guy, big guy, he's got a bunch of spare fuel and stuff in that big square thing just behind the cab there. This might be good. Oh, he's used it already. His trunk supplies of that guy, so I don't want to use his up yet. So we will use... Oh, wrong vehicle. And we'll take that from you too. Thanks, buddy. Okay. Stop him, engine to him. We'll bounce him back. Right. That was up here, right? Yes. Okay, I'm going to try and complete this mission, and then that'll be it for a little bit. I'm playing Mech Warrior again tonight. I may or may not stream. Usually I don't, because we get a little salty, usually. I think a lot of us are not having a fun time anymore. We've lost a number of people over the years and got sick of playing the game, Mech Warrior, and moved on to other stuff. A couple of us diehards still play it, but yeah, everybody's kind of sleepy, and it could be good, but a lot of the times lately it's just a bunch of old guys bitching and complaining. With me being one of them, sometimes I can get salty, but usually not, but sometimes. Especially if weird shit starts happening, you know, you step out behind a corner and you get insta-shot, which shouldn't happen, or, you know, like killed by a mech that couldn't possibly do it to you. You know, they don't have the damage output for it, yet somehow they... What are we looking at here? What's going on? Okay, that's right. It just looked funny. It's way over there. Or, you know, you hit them, nothing happens, and they hit you and you die, kind of thing. That kind of shit goes on sometimes. And if it happens enough, yeah, I start to get a little irritable. Oh shit. That was quite the bump. Let's take it down a notch for the speed. These broken up roads like this can really fuck up your tires. If you're going too fast, the game increases the odds that something bad will happen. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure we have enough fuel to get there. Yeah, best scout in the game right there. Those guys are the absolute best. They get through anything except ice, and they don't have a lot of grip on rocks. But other than that, there's like almost no problems. And they can't go through deep water. But yeah, they're nimble. They can get through lots of tight spaces. you run in shit with them, the engine's in the back, so you don't take damage. Yeah, they're just, they're really good. Really, really, really good for scouting. Far better than any of the other scouts, and including the timed missions. A lot of them, these things are better at doing the timed missions, even though they're slower than some of the other scouts, because they don't get stuck. Where a fast scout might be fast on the parts he can be fast on, but then when he gets into a mud pit, it takes him forever to get out of it, through it, like this. And that other scout goes through shit like this like it's not even here. It just goes right through it. Zoom. So you save the time, you make up the time there massively. That's not always the case. Sometimes the roads are good enough that a faster vehicle would do a better job at those timed ones, but the timed jobs, but I don't really care. I usually just do the timed missions just to get them out of the way, and if I try and do them quick, but if I don't, if I get like a silver or bronze instead of the gold, I don't care. I'm not going to keep going back and doing it over and over, different vehicles or whatever the case, or I don't care. I do it just to say, so you get the little completion thing at the end saying you've got 100% of the jobs completed on, season 12 or whatever. So far, the only one I haven't got 100% on is Tennessee, and that's because there's some co-op jobs. Again with this down low shit. Hey, what are you doing? I wanted to go closer, not further away, you stupid. There we go. You've been seeing some of these AI things lately? I mean, it's getting scary, the realism. I mean, if this is what they're showing us, if they're making available to us, what can they actually do? The governments and militaries and shit. Can they totally fake people? And I'm pretty sure they could, because I've seen some years ago. I saw stuff that was like, whoa. So, it makes you wonder how much. It's probably pretty easy to fake pretty much anything you see on TV these days. Although some of these people are still pretty stupid about it. I know Kamala there had there was a thing where she did a little press conference. She got in an airport when she was running for president. And they had her, talking from the plane to the people, and they showed this big crowd. And that was just a picture, actually. I think that they did. They didn't even show, I don't think they had a live thing. It was just a picture of her talking to people, this big crowd that showed up, and people noticed that there was a few things she did like that, and people pointed out that it was AI because you could see some people had 3 arms, and the plane had, it was a very shiny plane, there was a reflection, and you could see that there were a handful of people there, not this gigantic crowd, in the reflection. Literally, you could just see it. Oh man, they were caught doing that a couple of times. It makes you wonder, I'm sure you could have done better. What the hell? Whoever you were paying to do this for you did a terrible job. Terrible job. And it's the fact too. It's not just that there's that, but I mean, what the hell? Trying to, trick people and stuff. They do the same with the, I used to be more of a fan of Trump, not so much anymore, but with his rallies and stuff, right, they always zoom right in on him, and you see just the people behind him, and that's it. They don't show, you see videos from people's cell phones and stuff at the same event, and it's sold out. There's people everywhere packed in these venues, but the media would never show you that, where when it's the other side, they'd always have a, pulled back, trying to show as many people as possible. It's just so blatantly obvious that the bias. it's irritating. It's really fucking irritating. And if they were doing it the other way, I would still be annoyed. Yeah, let's go this way. I don't feel like going over that stupid little bridge. That little log bridge right there. Yeah, not interested. This guy could get through here, no problem. But yeah, some of the AI stuff you see on YouTube and whatever, it's you know, these people make like short stories and funny crap. There was a really good one recently with Data singing or whatever. I guess he never really actually sung. There's a song in there. And it was done pretty fucking good. Data from Star Trek, if you're not aware of what I'm talking about. I don't know. There's just been a couple. Still, there's like the AI slop. You can see it, right, in a lot of these ones, but some of them are getting really good. Oh, I think I'm getting the supper's ready yell from downstairs. I wonder how close we are. We'll get out of the swamp and we'll have a look. Just gonna come storming up here right away. I told you supper's ready! Yeah, I heard you. I just didn't feel like yelling back. I don't have my telegram up. Sometimes she tells me in there. This river yet, so I think I know where we are. We're not. Oh wait a minute, I went a different way, so I'm not quite. Yeah, not quite sure where we line up here. It's trying to do that weird shit where it turns and I don't want it to. Oh, we're close. Okay, let's get this done. Shit. So that was kind of one of those situations I was talking about. He tried to turn right there. I wasn't doing that. It did that. So you kind of have to constantly correct for its weird idiosyncrasies here with trying to do things that you don't ask it to do or want to do. It's like it gets... There's a little bit of terrain or something, it'll kind of grab the front end. The back end will keep pushing, and then the front will come around. And as long as it doesn't tip over. So I've had a number of jobs where it's like, you know, it was easy going the whole way, and you think it's still easy going, and then you're just about at the end, and the damn thing flips in some stupid spot. Yeah, like it doesn't even look like it should, and it does. That's fucking annoying. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're really fucking close. That's the bridge right there that we're going to be repairing. Or finishing, I guess. It looks more like it's not quite completed yet, not broken. But whatever the case, it's going to be a whole bridge right away. I hope. Really hoping that's what this is about. shit, see what I mean? Like, fuck. Just about there, and the fucking thing just about went for a tip. That would have been annoying. Where do we drop it off here? No, must be there. Oh, we're not on this. What the fuck? Why aren't we on the job? That's weird. Why did that change? Thump, thump, thump. What the hell? What did that did nothing. What was the point of this? Well, that's fucking lame. Anyway. I'm done for a bit. I gotta run down, get some grub. Get some fuel for myself. So I will see you guys on the flip side. Hopefully I wasn't too loud. Like I said, I changed some of the settings, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, anyway.